Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm John McArdle, and I'm lucky enough to be the mayor of Independence, and I want to welcome all of you to tonight's naturalization ceremony. It's really special. It's an opportunity for those of you who've already taken your official oath up in Portland to be able to do it here tonight in front of family and friends, because I think that is so important. It's a special day for me also, and I want to let you know that I'm also a naturalized citizen. I wasn't born here. My parents, my father was in the American military overseas in Germany, and they could not have children of their own. And so they got me at a Catholic orphanage, and they were issued children. And I remember when I became a citizen, I was only 4, but I remember it just like it was yesterday, and I did it at the Marion County Courthouse in Salem. And I still remember sitting there in the chairs. And so came from an orphanage and then became a citizen of this country. And I grew up with an understanding that my sister and I, we got 2 of us, we were joining something that was bigger than ourselves and being welcomed by the country that we came to. So I'm so glad that you're here tonight. We're here to celebrate that you're becoming citizens of this country, to honor and acknowledge the struggle that many of you have faced, the challenges that you've overcome to become citizens of the United States. You come from many different places. You've worked hard. I know you've studied for hours and hours and had to get up early mornings on Saturday to take classes. And you continued to move forward, even when it was really, really hard. Even when you had doubts whether it was worth it, and sometimes others would doubt and they weren't sure that you could do it, but you persevered and moved forward and you had a success. For all of these reasons, today is really a day to celebrate. You all know that we are a country of immigrants, people from every corner in the world choosing to live here, choosing our country to raise a family, choosing to be active citizens here in the United States. And as new citizens, you have many rights. You also have gained many responsibilities, and your families will hear that in the oath tonight. I want you to know that our country is most successful when people are active and engaged in their community to speak out and to take part. So I'm honored to welcome you, all of our newest citizens and family and friends, and I look forward to administering the ceremonial oath of naturalization in just a few minutes. Our next speaker is going to be Francisco Lopez, who is one of the instructors who helped make all this happen. Francisco, could you come to the podium?
Well, buenas noches. Well, thank you for inviting all of us to come here. You know, I will say that in order to become a U.S. citizen, you know, what you need is a lot of love, and what you need is a community. You know, we don't use government grants, we don't use foundation grants. We just need a church hall, a lots of commitment, and a love for this country. That's it. And we did it in several places, and we have done it in several places. But I will always say, you know, because of this program, I was able to meet Bev and Jim, and I know I will get in trouble with them too, and they will get in trouble with me especially. And because of this program, I was able to meet the Rodriguez family. Looks like everybody in Independence is related to the Rodriguez family. Maybe the mayor is related to the Rodriguez family, and he doesn't know. It's a big family. But because of this program, I was able to meet Vanessa, Ana Luis, Pedro, Humberto, Marina, and be in all these great families. But it has been a community effort. I don't think anybody can take the credit for that. But the big credit that is for the students now, many of them U.S. citizens, that meet at St. Patrick's Catholic Church, that have meetings at Christ Church, the Methodist Presbyterian Christ Church, and Mammoth. That's where the places, where the love is. You know, these are difficult times for our country. You know, one of the questions in the citizenship test is question 14. You know, what makes what branch of government of not becoming too powerful? What is the system that we have? And we say checks and balances. That's what we do. Man, checks and balances is so important today that I love that our system. Because make sure, but who makes sure that that checks and balances work are the citizens of this country, no one else. Who makes sure that this city hall works? The citizens of this community. Everybody in this community. That's what makes things happen. And that's how we started, by people like you. And so I'm so glad that, you know, I have been, every time, you know, I became a U.S. citizen, naturalized U.S. citizen, long time ago. And one of my biggest things to do is to accompany some of the people from here to their naturalization ceremony. And for some reason, I cry every time, and I have done that thousands of times. But making them the effort, studying, working hard. You know, we have used, for some of the classes, we use the motto and the slogan for the classes is from the book of, and you know, when God came to Joshua to ask him to be a leader for God's people, he didn't want it. He said, no, I'm not doing that. I don't have the capacity. I don't have the effort. I cannot speak like Moses. Well, Moses couldn't speak well, but he said, I cannot do this. But then God finally, at the third time, said, you only need to make an effort, have courage. Don't be afraid, because I'm God, I'm with you. And that's what they did. Solo quería decir de que cada uno de ustedes, esto ha sido una experiencia bien bonita y sigue siendo una experiencia bonita. No se necesitan muchas cosas para hacer este programa. Lo único que se necesita un salón de una iglesia, mucho amor y mucha buena comida mexicana, ¿verdad? There is always a lot of food at those classes, and delicious food. Y se necesita voluntarios como Bev, como Jim, y personas que nos preocupamos juntos, porque este programa de ciudadanía no es de una persona, es de todos. La única forma que nos estamos haciendo ciudadanos es en comunidad. Y así ha sido siempre, pues. La comunidad, la iglesia, la amistad. Fíjate que fue por este programa que yo conocí a la familia Rodríguez. Todo el mundo está relacionado con la familia Rodríguez. Y ahí empecé a encontrar, y usted, yo sí, que me casé con no sé quién de la familia Rodríguez. Bueno, y aquí que todo el mundo son Rodríguez. Pero no, pues hay más familias. Y ahí he tenido esa oportunidad. Pero mire, todo esto, siempre a muchos de ustedes les he dicho de que en la pregunta 14 dice, ¿qué hacemos que una rama del gobierno no se haga demasiado poderosa, va? Pesos y contrapesos, decimos. ¿Y por qué? Porque hoy más que nunca tenemos que asegurarnos que nuestro gobierno funcione, que nadie tenga más poder que el otro, pero los que se aseguran que eso pasa son los ciudadanos y los residentes de cada comunidad. No solamente a nivel federal, pero a nivel local, en la municipalidad y todos lados. Yo siempre les digo que a mí, lo que yo siempre le digo a muchos de mis estudiantes, es esa lectura del Josué, cuando no quería hacerse cargo del pueblo de Dios, y Dios le fue a hablar 3 veces. La tercera le dijo, primero le dijo, esfuérzate. Segundo, sé valiente. No tengas miedo, porque Dios está contigo. Y mire, muchos de ustedes con muchas dudas, hoy son ciudadanos. Y algunos que ya están en proceso. Hoy tuve un día bien bonito, porque vengo de la casa de los, podría decir, el patriarca y la matriarca de la familia Rodríguez. Y hoy firmaron su aplicación para la ciudadanía. Y quiero reconocerlos a ellos. A ver, Rafa, Y esposa, párense. You know, these are the matriarch and the patriarch of the Rodriguez family here in Independence. They are giving their sweat and blood and love to this city. And finally today, I met with them and they signed their citizenship application and they are going to mail it. That's more powerful than anything else. And now they did it. And they will pass, you bet they will become US citizens and will be there. As many times that we try, they will try and they will become United States citizens. And you know, the only say again, thank you, the volunteers, thank you to the students, thank you everybody, you know. This is a community program. You know, this is simple. It doesn't have to be with fanfare of colorful. All the fanfare and the color are brought to there by the people that are becoming US citizens, no one else. And I remember when I met the mayor, I heard his story. An immigrant, man, that's great. And from Germany, of all places. It's a quote, Benjamin Franklin didn't like German immigrants, but that's another story. But I love German immigrants. They have a good soccer team. So I'm glad that you all are here to witness this. And you know, and I will say, you know, it's like when you renew your baptism, when we have baptisms, the pastor always asks, okay, let's all renew our own baptism. I will say that not just the new citizens, but all of us should take the oath again, because remind us why we are Americans and why we love this country unconditionally, and especially my sisters and brothers, farm workers that are become citizens. They keep giving this country more than this country gives to them, and they will do, and they have done it from generations to generations. And that's why the Rodriguez family and other families here are living testimony of that America exists because immigrants make America great. Thank you.
I'm going to invite a good friend of Independence, a good friend of our region, a personal friend of mine, a former mayor and currently the state representative to the Oregon legislature from our area. Please welcome to the podium, Paul Evans.
So I just want to thank you for allowing me to be here. The most important thing I have to say is that we have more work to do as a country, and welcome to the family. The legislature in Oregon, going back to the checks and balances discussion of earlier, we are trying to do what we can, where we can, to ensure that the conversations that are going on across this country don't negatively impact our community here in Oregon. We are fighting hard to help people remember that e pluribus unum, out of many one, is supposed to be something that brings unity, not division. We believe that we are always stronger when people of all faiths, all backgrounds, that share a common purpose, that believe that life and liberty and the pursuit of happiness are things that every family, every human being should have the opportunity to celebrate. But here's the thing, we need your help. Being a citizen of the United States right now, people who have been citizens all their life often don't vote. People who have been citizens all their life have forgotten just what America once upon a time was. You, having had to fight your way through, having had to pass tests, learn, quite frankly, take tests that the state of Oregon does not require high school students to take about their own country, you have the fire in the belly to help us remember who we're supposed to be. So I will close with thank you for the work that you've done. Thank you for the work that we need you to do next. We are supposed to be that shining city on the hill. And this last couple of years have shaken the foundation of that city. But together I think we can get there. So enjoy your evening. Thank you.
I'm going to administer the oath of naturalization, and we're going to do two of them. The first one we'll do in English, and then the federal government allows for people who speak another language to be able to take their tests and take the oath in their native language. And so we'll do the first one in English, which I will do, and then Ramon will help me because my Spanish is, and we'll administer the second one. Okay? So if all the people who would like to take the oath in English, please come forward. English, come. Who's coming?
Pero también van a tener una oportunidad para hacerlo en español.
Pasen todos.
¿Vale? ¿Lo quieres en español? No, yo lo voy a decir.
Over here. English over here. You want to do it together? Can we do it together?
Sure, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
let's have everybody come.
Yeah,
over
todos
here.
juntos.
Everybody come here.
Pero, so you'll take it away first and I'll come after?
Okay. All right. A little bit this way. For pictures. Okay. There you go. Come on up. Okay. Can you follow? Step up. Okay, we're going to do this. I'll say a part, then
You read the whole thing, I'll read the whole thing then?
we have to do it.
Oh,
Yeah, okay. All right, so I'll do a part, you do a part, and you speak. All right? Okay, we're going to make this work. Okay? Raise your hand. Raise your right hand. Please repeat after Ramon and I. I'll say it, then he'll say it, then you say it, okay? I do hereby declare
Por la presente declaro,
on oath
bajo juramento,
that I absolutely and entirely
que absoluta y enteramente renuncio
renounce all allegiance
y abjuro toda lealtad
to any foreign prince
y fidelidad y a cualquier príncipe,
state or sovereign,
potentato, estado,
of whom or which I have been a citizen,
o que he sido sujeto o ciudadano que apoyaré,
that I will support and defend
que apoyaré y defenderé
the Constitution and laws
la Constitución y las leyes
of the United States of America
de los Estados Unidos, Unidos de América,
against all enemies,
contra todo enemigo,
foreign, domestic,
extranjero y doméstico,
that I will bear true faith
que se llevan la fe y lealtad reales
and allegiance to the same,
hacia el mismo,
that I will bear arms on behalf of the United States
que voy a portar armas en nombre de los Estados Unidos
when required by law,
cuando lo exija la ley,
that I will perform non-combatant service
que en el desempeño de los no combatientes servicio
in the armed services of the United States
en las Fuerzas Armadas de los Estados Unidos
when required by law,
cuando lo exija la ley,
that I will perform work of national importance
que voy a realizar un trabajo de importancia nacional
under civilian direction when required by law,
bajo dirección civil cuando lo exija la ley,
bajo dirección civil cuando lo exija la ley,
and that I take this obligation freely
y que asumo esta obligación libremente,
y que asumo esta obligación libremente,
without any mental reservation
sin ninguna reserva mental
sin ninguna reserva mental,
or purpose of evasion.
ni intención de evasión.
ni intención de evasión.
So help me God.
Así me ayuda Dios.
Así me ayuda Dios.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the newest citizens to the United States. I have a present. I don't have many things to give, but your official independence pin. Now, if anybody wants to take pictures, this is the time. I'll get out of the way.
Si quieren tomar fotos, ese es el tiempo.
Pictures.
No sean tímidos.
Now, while he walked out, when we get downstairs, we'll cheer for Jim and Bev, okay? That sounds good. Okay, let's give them a little bit round of applause. This concludes our official ceremony, but I'd like to invite all of you to go downstairs where there's food from San Antonio's restaurant, eat, celebrate, fiesta. Thank you for being here.